Hello everybody. This video is going to show you some of the differences between the new Google Forms and the old Google Forms. At present, the right side of the screen is showing you the old Google Forms, whereas the left-hand side will be showing you the new Google Forms. So let's go ahead and get started. To make a new Google Form, you're going to go to your Google Drive. You're going to select the New button in the top left-hand corner. Scroll down to More, and then go ahead and select Google Forms. For me, this has opened up a new version of Google Forms because I've been using it. If you're new to the game, your screen may look like this on the right-hand side. It may give you a notification that says, try the new Google Forms, which I totally recommend doing. However, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to keep it up so I can kind of do some compare and contrast of the old versus the new. Okay, so the new Google Forms, in my opinion, made some positive changes. It's a more simplistic version of its old self. It's a little easier to use and to send out, which is great for teachers. And I'd say it's a little more efficient at doing some of the same things that you were doing before. On the old Google Forms, your form settings were located above, and they look like this. Now, in the new version, it's moved to this button, the gear shift icon, where it says Settings. If you click on this, it has a lot of the same settings, but it's all tucked behind this gear icon. It has, which is important for teachers, automatically collecting information, determining whether you can submit one response or more than one response, allowing to see if students or people can edit their responses, an option to see the summary responses, etc. So that's where these settings have moved to on the new forms. Next, let's take a look at the change theme. On our old version, it was located here in the top part of the screen. Currently, this is one of the more drastic changes. It's changed to this color palette icon. I think the move was for efficiency and quickness in making these forms. So it's really easy to change the color or the theme of your form. You can click on your color palette. You can change it to a different color. However, it also allows you to customize your theme. You can go to any of these already installed themes. Let's say I was doing a party theme and I wanted to do a fireworks. You can also upload your own photos if you want to customize it even more, which is pretty cool. Next, the View Live Form button has moved and changed to this preview button, this eyeball. If you click on it, it opens up a brand new tab and shows you what it would look like to take your form. So that's always good to preview before you send it out, just to see how your overall form looks. Next, this More button is helpful. I don't know if they had this on the old one. Maybe it was under File. I guess that's what it is. This File button, some of these file options have moved over to this More, these three vertical lines in the top right-hand corner. Here you can add collaborators. So if you and another teacher want to co-construct a form, this is where you do it. This is where you do it, or add them on. If you have questions or want to take a tour, this is something that I strongly recommend doing, as it points out some of those basic features, or if you get stuck. It's also very helpful. The Send form, or the Send button form, is still in the top right-hand corner. That hasn't changed too much. You can still send it through email, attach it, and put it on your web page or the Google Classroom, or embed it into your web page. Lastly, and this is probably the second biggest change, your view responses. Prior, the view response button looked like this, and it opened it up and took you to a different tab that was already in an Excel, or it was already in a Google Sheets, which is like a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. Currently on the new Google Forms, you can go ahead and just click Responses. So it can give you real-time data right here on the screen. To show you this, I've made a sample form that you guys may see. So my questions are here, and then my responses. So as soon as someone actually inputs a response, I get to see that live data right here. You can also export this information and create a spreadsheet so that you can use add-ons like Flubaroo to grade this information and send it back. But it's also really helpful to see your data as it comes in live, which is pretty sweet. So that's the last feature that is new or different in the new Google Forms.